Hey everybody, it's Chase here, and welcome to this live YouTube Hangout. And as you're seeing here, I have a little Google document, and it's started out with the phrase support for an automatic secondary income stream online. Many of you are here because of a company, an opportunity that I started last May and involved with Bitcoin called USI Tech. And I'm not going to go into all the challenges with that, but many of you know it has changed, and mostly for those of us in the United States and Canada. We're not allowed to market the opportunity anymore. That's unfortunate, of course, but I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time uh, trying to figure out how and why and all that. So I'm just going to move forward with some information for you. Okay. And let me just switch over here. I got a little screenshot that I wanted to share. Basically, the reason why I think one of the main reasons why the previous opportunity with USI Tech was so good is because it was a global opportunity. Now, some of you certainly want to replace that. You enjoyed the opportunity to earn Bitcoin passively. Okay, well, that was awesome. But it's what I'm going to present now, and I'm going to go back to my notes, and this way I can type and explain things to you so you can see it. And I'm going to increase the size of this a little bit. There we go. And so let me talk about that. USI Tech was kind of a primary business. It was set up that you could do very well. It was free to join. It was global. Okay, so I'll just put that down. Free to join. It was also global. It was awesome, and it was passive. Okay, it wasn't anything you needed to do. It was also probably a primary business or something that was substantial. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now is really, and I'll throw out a new term for maybe some of you, a funded proposal. Okay, you're like, what the heck is this? What's this funded proposal? Why would I want that? Let me explain. Okay, so USI Tech was a primary business. What I'm going to present to you is mostly a funded proposal. It could be, for some of you, it could be a primary business. But a funded proposal, let me explain what that is. A funded proposal is a way to make money when people say no to your primary business. Okay. Now, I should have been doing this, I should have been educating you on this all along. Even when we were building USI Tech and whatever, I should have been teaching you what a funded proposal is, because you always need a way to make money when people say no to your primary business. And let me explain that a little bit more. Basically, it's things like tools that help people in their business. Okay. So, tools or information or whatever, there are many things that could help you in your primary business. And I'll even put even in their primary business. Okay. So, what I'm going to talk to you about today is a funded proposal. It's a way to make money when people say no to your primary business. It's exciting, it's fun, it's awesome. And I learned this almost, well, 10 years ago, about almost to the day, maybe. It was in the spring, as I recall, at least 10 years ago in 2008. And I began learning about this funded proposal idea. And it's really when I got excited about making money online. Okay. So again, this primary business, or this, I should say, funded proposal, it's going to be an automatic secondary income stream online for you, for many of you. And it's going to be a funded a proposal. It may not be your primary business. You may be looking for other things, other opportunities that are going to really excite you, that you're really passionate about. It's not that you're not going to be excited about a funded proposal, because you should be. Anytime you have a way to make money, when people say no, that's exciting. Okay. So let's talk more about this, and let's get into the heart of what this funded proposal is. Now, many of you know that I've been using an autoresponder, okay? And that is what this funded proposal is, an autoresponder. What does that do? It basically is the foundation for online and even offline business, okay? It allows it allows one to communicate and stay in touch with potential prospects. Okay, can't even type, so that's all right. Potential prospects. Okay, people that are maybe interested in learning how to make money, or be involved in some opportunity with you, or maybe you have current customers already, people that are already working with you. And then you might even have kind of like the relationship you and I have, business partners. Okay. So this autoresponder is basically the foundation for offline and online business. And I'm going to say communicating via email. Okay. And when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of prospects and customers and business partners. I did this partially with USI Tech, but I didn't do it enough. I grew a team of close to 3,000 people all over the world. Unfortunately, I did not employ this right from day one, and I should have. And I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to do that again, because I want to stay in touch. When you have, or when I have 3,000 people involved in my opportunity, you want to stay in touch with them. And they were all over the world. Okay. They were all over the world, which is really exciting. Okay. So the thing is, I'm going to still do this. Okay. I'm going to build another massive team, but it's going to be primarily with the funded proposal, which is a way to make money with this autoresponder, a very simple tool, and it's essential. You've got to stay in touch. You've got to be able to um, communicate and stay in touch with your team, with your prospects, with your current customers. I mean, if you are not in touch really with your potential prospects and customers and business partners, you're on the verge of going out of business because you're not in touch. Now, some of you are like, well, gee, I could do a Facebook group. Well, that is only partially true, because not everyone is on Facebook. And you're like, oh, well, I could use my own email account and stay in touch with people too. I can do that in Gmail. And no, you can't. You're really, I mean, you can do it to a certain degree, but you can't do 10,000 people an email every day from Gmail. And I'll cover more things about why this is so awesome, this funded proposal with this autoresponder. Now, the autoresponder that I'm going to use, or that I currently use, I've used it since 2009. I joined in January 2009. So many of you didn't even know that I've been doing this all along. And the company and the autoresponder is called Traffic Wave. Some of you, this is not a surprise. You're like, oh gosh, Chase, I've known about Traffic Wave. I know you did that. In fact, some of you have Traffic Wave because you wanted to build your online prospects and follow up with them and get them interested in USI or whatever you're doing. And so you know about this. And the crazy thing is, I'm going to teach it to you in a much better way. It's awesome. It's really essential, and I'm going to go over and let me just give you a quick view of what we're talking about. And by the way, I'll go over more details or what the cost is and why it's so good and this and that. But let me just pop in here. Now, here's the cool thing. I'm not disallowed from showing my Traffic Wave back office in a video. Okay. So many of you know that was one of the issues with USI Tech. We can't share our back office and all that. So, anyway, with Traffic Wave, in fact, we're somewhat encouraged to show people how to use the tool. So, I have lots of videos on how to do that. So, let me just show, let's just go into one of my campaigns. And this is like a newsletter service. Okay. If you don't understand what an autoresponder is, it's a newsletter service. And let me refresh your mind. Some of you didn't know. I'm going to go into my what's called a capture page, and this is what I used for USI Tech. Basically, it's a website that has information that is very enticing to someone that is looking for a way to make money online. Now, this is what I used for USI Tech, and basically, this is a very fancy web page. Looks very nice. Has some really cool features about it. You know, it floats over the top and all that good stuff. But basically, I had all this information, and then all I had to do was register for free. And this was the beginning of building my list. That's one thing I have to share. So let me go back here. You'll hear people talk about building their list. Okay, now what is that? Building your list is really, let me come down here, is gathering the names and email addresses of prospects, customers, and even business partners. Okay. Okay. It's a list of the names and email addresses of prospects ongoing and coming in every day, or every day you get new prospects. That's ideal. Okay. You may not have that yet, but you can. In fact, I do. And then you can have current friends or partners or customers in your business that are using, part of your organization. They're using the opportunity, or they're using the business. Okay, and may have business partners that are also trying to build. Maybe there's an affiliate opportunity, as there was with USI Tech. Maybe there's an affiliate opportunity that they can grow their business like you are too. So those are the types of things. So building your list is always gathering, always prospecting. Okay, the NFL, National Football League here in the United States, they have a draft every year. They get new football players every year. And you're like, oh, that's so obvious. Of course. Well, every business, even Apple, even General Motors, even Mobil, Exxon, whatever, they all are in the prospects, or they are always generating new customers, prospects, and even, let's say, employees or people to work in the business. They're always looking for that. So this is nothing new and different. Okay. Building your list is something every person that wants to be in business needs to do. Now, I also want to back up a little bit here, and I want to identify who is going to be really interested in watching this and pursuing this. Let's say you are. I'm just going to call you a kind of a digital entrepreneur. Okay. Now I know I didn't spell that right. Hopefully it'll ask. Yep. There we go. There we go. So I just fixed that. So a digital entrepreneur, someone that wants to prosper, okay, online in a business or opportunity, say, so in an opportunity, and they're not going to give up. Okay. So I'll just say, and they aren't going to give up. Okay. And I'll say easily. Okay. But basically, they're not going to give up. They, like me, I've recognized that the internet is awesome. I can talk to you online right now for free in YouTube, and I can have emails, and I can do videos, and I can build a team. I built a team of 3,000 people in about 10 months, and it was an awesome opportunity. By the way, I'm continuing to do the same thing. So I am a digital entrepreneur. Now, if you are, maybe you're somewhat interested in making some money, but it's not a drive. You're like, if I could make $200 to $500 a month, yeah, I'd like that. But I'm not gonna really work at it, or it's not something that if it doesn't work in 3 weeks, then I'm gonna give up. Those are not the people I'm talking to. So basically, I want to talk to people that, let's see, and they are. I did this. I did this wrong. It's not going to give up easily. You're going to stay with this for until you figure this out. You understand that working online is super, super, super awesome, and you want to. USI Tech was awesome. You did well, and you're like, I'm not going to give up. That's who I want to talk to, because a funded proposal is going to help you. Okay, back to the idea, a funded proposal. I do have a primary business. I still do. I've had it since 1984. Now, USI was also one of my primary businesses. I'm not talking about my primary business. And actually, it's kind of a way, it is a primary business, but I can do well in a funded proposal opportunity with this autoresponder too. And I'll show you that. So basically, let's go back into Traffic Wave. And I just want to point out that I started with this capture page, this website, and I got hundreds of people. And then from that, those hundreds of people, several hundred people actually, built other people and brought, they referred other people, and my team grew to 3,000 people. Okay. So let me just show you that real quick. I'm going to go here and let's just go to my subscriber manager. And this is just a newsletter list of names and email addresses. Okay. So right up in here, I have right now, whoops, I don't know. I went back. Sorry. I hit a button and I went right back. Let me get back. Here it is. Sometimes when I hit my trackpad on my laptop, it recognizes, it thinks I want to go back to the previous page. But anyway, here I am, 630, and that grows every day. Still, at names and email addresses. So when USI Tech said, we're not going to allow anyone in the United States or Canada to be involved in our business, I'm like, that's unfortunate, but it's not the end of the world because I have names and email addresses of 630 people just in one newsletter campaign. And I can send them an email. In fact, I will send them the email to this video that I'm doing right now because they were related to wanting to know how to make money with Bitcoin, of course. But they're going to be, they would be, fairly open to a funded proposal, especially when the way I explain it, how it works, and how inexpensive it is, and how essential it is, all that good stuff. Okay. So basically, this little web page that I've been using for, well, at least a year and maybe a little bit more, but I was able to get 630 names and email addresses. That was my list. Okay. So when I talk about building my list, okay, that's the list of names and email addresses. It's very valuable to have a list, and to have 630 in just this one newsletter campaign that I have is super awesome. I have the ability right now, later today, next week, next month, to email 630 people. And if I do it the right way, if I inform them and educate them and, repeat the emails over time, lead them to video hangouts and have them learn and understand and ask questions, guess what? Many of them are going to say, hey, this is great. I like that. I'm going to find out more and then join. And so having a list of names and email addresses is crucial. It's awesome. Now, you do not need, okay, it's ideal, but you do not need a bunch of names and email addresses to start. I'm going to show you how to do this. And frankly, you can do this with just 10 people. Okay, I'm going to show you about some ideas on what you could do with Traffic Wave. Okay, so anyway, and I could show you all the things. I'm not going to show you every detail of Traffic Wave, but it's an awesome. Let me just actually go here. Let me review some of my letters so you can see how this works. Basically, I'm giving you a funded proposal on a way to email a lot of people or other businesses, which I'm going to get into in just a moment. So let's just go to proofread this. This is an email that you're about to see. It's loading up. Okay. And basically, I'm very good at writing these emails, at devising nice graphics and hyperlinks and images and all this stuff. And it's all automated. Okay. You can see right now it says SIG name and then it says SIG email. These are codes, and I'll just teach it so that you can use my letters if we're in the same opportunity. Now, if you're in the Traffic Wave business or the Traffic Wave opportunity with me, of course, I'm going to have a series of emails that you can use. You don't have to write them, but you will probably write some down the road, maybe for a different opportunity and all that. When I check this button right here to use sample data, it puts in my information automatically. Okay. So Traffic Wave is very powerful. And there are other autoresponders. Okay. Traffic Wave is not the only one. But as you see, it put in my name and my email and then some basic information. And then I had a little link that automatically goes in every email. Okay. By the way, there's colored graphs, graphic areas and highlighted areas and images. You cannot do this in fact, you can't do this in Gmail. You can't. It's very difficult to put this type of email, okay, into Gmail because you're like, oh, gee, Chase, I don't even need to use an autoresponder. That's silly. Why would I do that? I would just email people from my Gmail account. Well, you're not going to be able to do it with 630 people. You're like, yes, I can. Well, then we're going to just be arguing. But basically, no. And once Gmail realizes you're emailing that many people, they're going to shut down your account because they are going to believe that you're spamming them. You don't have permission all the time to email all those people all at once. With Traffic Wave, I do. Okay. I'm going to just send this proofread by email so you can see this. I'm going to send it to my own email address. This is a way you can check and proofread your email, and it's just sending it to me from Traffic Wave to my email, and we'll look at that in just a moment. Okay. So an email has been sent. And so the point is, you can create, or I can create for you, if you're on my team, and I would certainly want you to be on my team with this funded proposal, this autoresponder tool that can send information out via email. I mean, think about it. We're in business. That's the year 2018. Okay. Um, Let me just make that point. It's the year 2018. The internet has been around for, I don't know, 25 years. Okay. Isn't it time that we start making money from the internet? And this is one of the simplest ways. It's with a simple tool. It's a funded proposal for people that want to make money, the digital entrepreneurs that just they're like, you know what? I can work a job, that's great, go there Monday through Friday, whatever it is, but I want a side gig. I want something extra and I'm going to do it online. That's what a digital entrepreneur is. And that's the person I want to talk to. And they're going to give it more than 3 weeks of effort. They're going to go for like a year before they even think about giving up this idea of making money online, because the internet is awesome. I am talking to you through YouTube in a video for free, and I'm teaching you some valuable information. And then you can follow up, and I'm giving you a business idea of this funded proposal. And we'll get to the cost and all that. It's really awesome. It's very low cost. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's low cost. And you can make a ton of money with it as well. Okay. So let's talk about the other person that is going to be interested in this traffic wave autoresponder. And it's going to be an established business. Okay. Well, what's established business? And it's going to be a established small, not a home business, but a regular brick and mortar. We'll call it brick and mortar, although it could be online only. But these are established small businesses. You have them in your town. You know people that are, maybe they're plumbers, maybe they have a coffee shop, or maybe they have an automobile repair shop, or maybe they're a veterinarian. Those types of things. These are the people that they need to support. And somewhere up in here, I thought I mentioned about staying in touch. Okay. A real business needs to stay in touch. They need to communicate with their potential prospects, with their current customers, and possibly with some other business partners if they have them. It's more their current customers. Okay. So, what we're really talking about, need to stay in touch with their current customers. And they just don't know. There's so many small businesses that just don't know how to do this. They don't. And that's where you and I come in, and especially me. I can run circles around all of this. I can talk about it. I can show it's how it's done. I can create web pages that are awesome for free, even. Okay. And I can show people how to write emails. I mean, it's simple. You've been writing emails. If you're watching this video, you have sent an email. Okay, you basically know how to type on a computer and write an email. With Traffic Wave, we're just going to write it inside of Traffic Wave, and then it'll be a series of emails. What I'm going to do is close this. This is all these emails that went out automatically every day. It's automated. Now you take 630 people, or you even take 10. and try to send, and maybe the first person gets the first email the first day, and then two people come in the next day. Now you got to send the first guy the second email, and two new people the first email, and then on and on. Even with 10 people, to keep it organized and in succession and one email after another, just to encourage them, to inform them, to educate them, it's a nightmare. And it's great because it's email. Everyone has an email address. They get email all the time. It's a very valuable way of communication. Yet most businesses, small businesses for sure, they don't. They don't do that. And so what I'm going to talk about is getting a established small business, a brick and mortar business. And yeah, it takes a little bit of effort, but you can communicate. And I will do a video. I will do a video specific to a small business as to their need to stay in touch with their current customers and have a newsletter. And when they think about it, they're going to go, "My gosh, yes. I've always wondered." And in fact, what they worry about is their competition. The competition in the another coffee shop across town, or in the other automobile repair shop, or the other veterinarian, is those guys might be using an autoresponder or a way to stay in touch with their customers, and they establish better rapport, better information. They have this communication that comes in via email. They stay in touch with their customers. Who's going to stay in business longer? Well, certainly the services you provide, the pricing and all that is important, but staying in touch and giving your customers valuable updates and basically a newsletter of your services, why you're better, or why, what you offer the marketplace. People want to know that, and businesses need to share that with their customers, but a lot of times they don't. And so I can go on Facebook and show you, but I have several small businesses that I'm going to talk to, and I've done this in the past. Okay, and the cool thing is I can get them very easily to say, you know what, my business is important and my customers are important. And yeah, I see the value of staying in touch via email and learning how to write some simple emails. And by the way, we'll come back to this in just a moment. These are the notifications. This is my Gmail account, and you can see throughout the days here, I have been getting new leads, new prospects, potential business partners every day, virtually. And sometimes, it's several a day, like four a day, or three, or nine, or 25. So the point is, this is not hard to do. There are people that would want to know about a company or a business and what they offer and the value that they offer, and maybe there's some bonuses or discounts or special offers that they could send out via email. Those are the types of things that are crucial. And by the way, if you don't think that is possible, let me go back into my email. And this is my promotions tab. And then here I have, these are promotions, people or companies that are emailing me about their business. Okay. How many of you ever heard of Land's End? Okay, I've bought in the past, I have bought clothing and other stuff from Land's End, and they're sending out an email. Why would they do that? Goodness gracious, they're a big, big company. They know the importance of sending out email to their current or past customers. This is not, I'm not coming up with a new idea. Okay, and they may offer sales. This goes out just to the people that are on the email list. On the main website, they do not have to offer up to 60% off. This could just go to the people like me that are getting this email. So for a real brick and mortar business They don't have to offer 60% off, but they could this is what you can communicate to them is you can have a exclusive VIP mailing list to the customers that you value the most, and you can send them, maybe if your business has a way to discount or offer a better deal, you can do that. And so what I want to point out here is Land's End is a huge company. They get it. Okay. They are marketing via email. They get it. They are going to do it. They're not going to say, "Oh, email is silly. We're not going to do that." And so, if you click on their email, you go to their website and you find out more information. Boom. Okay, 30% off. Ding 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 ding. A real business would love to have a way to connect with their real customers, and every so often, or maybe ongoing, offer special deals to their customers. Okay, that's what Land's End is doing. Okay, now it's not just Land's End. Let's go back to some other ones. Here's PetSmart. Okay, PetSmart. People have dogs and cats and all that stuff. And yes, PetSmart even has a newsletter that goes out. Actually, it goes probably out every other day. Save $5 here, a little discount here, a little benefit here, a little information, a little bit of knowledge about what your pets need. So PetSmart gets this. Okay, this is nothing new. I could just go on. Here's Eddie Bauer. Okay, gear up for spring. Eddie Bauer is doing this, so is Land's End, and so they're both doing that. They know that they need to educate and offer deals and stay in touch with their customers. It's really essential. I don't have to. I didn't make this up. This is something that is very crucial to people in business. They know that they got to stay in touch. So back to here, my focus will be I will find some small brick and mortar businesses around where I live and encourage them and say, "Hey, I have a way for you to have a way to do a newsletter and stay in touch with your customers." And also, I mean, isn't it really cool that like I could forward this email to somebody else? Okay, just go down here and you click on forward, and then boom, you're sending this email to somebody else. People do this. They're like, "Oh, I know my uncle would be interested, and he's going to the Grand Canyon, and he needs some stuff, so you could forward this to him." Right? People do that all the time. Well, I am now advertising for Eddie Bauer, because say my uncle gets this and he goes down and goes, "Oh, this is great," and he buys something, then he'll be on Eddie Bauer's list. And so I'm helping Eddie Bauer build their business, and they have a way of tracking this. And then when, let's say, my uncle buys some things, he's now an Eddie Bauer customer, and he'll get these emails too. Now, of course, you can delete them, and you can say, "Oh, I don't want anything to do with this email." But most of the time, you're like, it's just an email. Yeah, I don't mind if I get a few emails. And in Gmail, it handles it in the promotions tab. Okay. So it's out of the way. And if you want to, you can just delete it. Okay. But I get tons of emails, even from things like the Denver Broncos. Okay. And this is not anything for money. They're having a little 7K run in Fort Collins. Okay. Well, they do make some money. Not the Broncos. It's related to the Broncos. So it's just a information for a sign up. Okay. They don't have to make money on every email. This is a way a business can communicate, stay in touch, help their customers with more information relative to the Broncos, and and participate in a fun run in Fort Collins. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be discount, discount, discount. It can be informational. Here's a photo tour. Okay, where I'm a photographer. I enjoy traveling and maybe going on a photo tour and going to wonderful places in the world and whatever. Okay. These are newsletters. And you're like, gee, Chase is right. I mean, these are all over the place. Dave Ramsey, if you've ever taken Financial Peace University, by the way, I recommend it highly. Dave Ramsey and his daughter here have this book, and they're going to talk about it, and they're going to, have videos on it and give you an access maybe to a better price, all that type of thing, or an event. This is an event, and you get a special price, this and that. So Dave Ramsey, get this, big company, writes a lot of books, has a huge following, and basically he has a newsletter too. Okay, so the point is there are lots of people that have newsletters, and he even, even if you're into Bitcoin like I was or you were with USI Tech, Bitcoin.com has news articles to stay in touch and keep me informed with what's going on in the world. This is a newsletter. Okay, down at the very bottom, I can unsubscribe. Okay, so you can see it right there. It's this orange link, and that's the thing with an autoresponder. The reader, the recipient, is in charge. They can click on unsubscribe at any time. So you need to provide the best information, and that's what they're doing here. They're giving me good information about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. So I stay on and I read about it, and I appreciate this newsletter. And they're really not selling anything, are they? No, but it's a newsletter that I subscribe to because I want to know more about Bitcoin. So it comes into my inbox. I may read it, I may not. Sometimes people don't all read your autoresponder messages. That's okay. They can keep them and read them, read about them later down the road. Okay. So what I've been sharing is several different emails. I think you're getting it. Here's one from airport parking. I've used the airport parking, and now they have a little survey you know, they may want me to partake in. So that, I think you're getting the point that, and even, and let me just show that even other entrepreneurs and business people use, this is a little bit fancier, they use email for their subscribers to make money. And so this is Todd Gross. He does a lot of video things. And so this is a email from him I got today. And so I subscribe to a lot of things. I learn. I'm not even sure what this one is, but I just got it. And this may not be something that, oh, okay, I do remember this guy now. So it's an email that I got years ago, and every once in a while he sends out his email as well. So the point is, established businesses, they need a way. They need a way to stay in touch with their customers. They don't do it because they don't know how, and they have too much on their plate. When you run a business, it's a lot, and so you're just not going to go out and investigate ways to start up a newsletter. You may, but most people are like, I just don't want to go there. So that's where you can come in. Now, I'm going to go over to the money making part. Now, I've been going here for a while, and I appreciate you hanging in there. But let's talk about what you can earn and how it works. You can be an affiliate and refer other individuals or establish small brick and mortar businesses. And I really want you to consider the small businesses around where you live. And I'll have a video um, that'll help you explain this. And you say, hey, you go into this coffee shop, or you have your car worked on, or any number of small little business. You have a veterinarian that comes out and takes care of your dog, or maybe you have horses, all these types of things. You work with small businesses, and you say, hey, have you ever thought about a very smart and low cost way to stay in touch with your customers? And they're like, yeah, but I don't really, I wouldn't know how to start and all that. And you say, well, I'm basically a consultant and I help small businesses do that. Would you be interested in maybe watching a video I could shoot you over, and it'll explain kind of the whole options and the what you can do? You're like, yeah. So you can I'll do a video and you can send it over. And this is what I will do for my team, and we'll have videos, we'll have information. You could meet live in a hangout like we're doing now with your prospect or your business. I could, I could, or any one of my leaders in Traffic Wave, we could do videos or live hangouts. We can help you. Okay. And you would get a small business, and then you have a small business that is going to use this service day in, day out, all the time. And what the cool thing is, you're going to make a commission. And what this works is, I won't go into every detail, but there are up to 10 levels of referrals that I get paid on. And you can see I have 3 out of 3. So the first 3 people, these are real people, by the way, all over the world. I have 9 out of 9 in my second level and 24 out of 27 in my third, on and on. I get paid on all these people. They're all paying $17.95, and that's the cost of the service. $17.95. By the way, let's just break it down. I know that's low cost, and many of you are going, well, for a business, yeah, that is pretty darn low cost. Now realize it's really a funded proposal. It's a tool that you need, whether you are an established business or if you're a digital entrepreneur. You're going to need a way to stay in touch and follow up and inform your future or current customers. Okay, so if we take it costs $17.95. So what's that cost for the business, for an established business? $17.95 every month. There are 30 days roughly. So what's that cost them per day? 59 cents. Okay. When you come to a business person and you say, I have a way to connect your customers, and you can write a simple newsletter and help stay in touch. Because if you don't stay in touch, potentially someone else nearby will offer them a better deal, and then they'll stay in touch with there and lead them away from you. And so you might want to consider staying in touch with your current customers and keep them informed, and keep them interested in your services, and do it via email for 59 cents a day. Now some businesses make, potentially a restaurant makes several $1,000s a day. 59 cents is like nothing for them. And with your help, they're going to be able to establish a newsletter and use Traffic Wave. And they're not going to have a bunch of downline, but you're going to have them under you, and you're going to receive a commission every month. On the 3 people, however they get there, and it's complex. It's a matrix. Okay, there's a matrix, and that's how the compensation is. So you have 3, then 9, then 27, then 81, and all that. So the restaurant is not going to build a downline, but you can. So you can have the restaurant using Traffic Wave under you, and you're going to get, when you have 3 people under you. And by the way, I can refer people, or someone above you can refer someone under you. And you just have to get one at least. But the 3 people under you you would receive a commission of $6 from the 3 people under you. So it's free. $17.95, and you get $6 from 3 people every month that they use the service. And what I'm recommending is you get an established small business, because they're not going to let go of this autoresponder once they understand how easy it is. And you're going to teach them some things, and you and I might have to, meet online with them and do some videos and step by step, and I'll do all this stuff. I mean, I can run circles around all of this. I can do it in my sleep. This is not hard. We have a very powerful way to help people in their businesses, and especially establish small brick and mortar businesses. So all of a sudden, you begin building this little team, and let's say you get one business, okay? So you get, I'll put one here, and then you find two people that want to become like digital entrepreneurs, and you have three people under you in Traffic Wave. Now, the digital entrepreneurs are someone's that's not going to give up easily. So don't call Aunt Sally and say, "Hey, Aunt Sally, hey, I got this great idea for an online business. I want you to try it." She goes, "Okay." And she's not really in it. She's not looking for a way to make money online long term. She was just kind of interested because you suggested. And after a month, she's like, "Oh, I'm not interested in this at all." That is not a digital entrepreneur. Your Aunt Sally that is not looking and interested in a way to make money passively, automatically online. Because once you have a couple people using this Traffic Wave, I mean, if I go back to my team, there's three here, 9, 13, 24. Most of these people have been here for years, years. All this time, all these years, I've been making pretty decent little return on investment here, income from Traffic Wave. Okay. Now I'll jump to that, and I'm going to point out that it is not going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars initially. Okay. I'm going to zoom in here and just let me point out this is so passive to me at this time. This check just comes in every time. Now, you're like, "Oh, $116. That's not much, Chase. I have a mortgage to pay. I want to retire. I want to have a nice nest egg at the end of my whatever, my working career. $116 per month is not going to cut it." And I'm like, "You're missing the point." Okay, let's go back to my calculator. This is the cost, 59 cents per day for an established business. They're like, "That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Of course I'll pay that." Okay. So let's take what did it show? $116 that I'm going to get in April. Okay. So $116. This is how you determine, I'll just type it up here, ROI. Okay. Return on investment. What, pardon me, what is my return? My return is my commission. And there's some other bonuses I may get, but let's just take $116. Okay. So that's my return. So I put in $116. You're going to be amazed at the number I'm going to show you for return on investment, ROI. Okay. So that's my return is 116. What does it cost? Traffic Wave costs, and I can come down here, I think. Yeah, right here is a cost. Every month I pay $17.95. So that's my investment every month. For this month, I'm going to get $116, and that's my return, and then the investment is $17.95. So to figure out return on investment, you just take the return, 116, divided by 17.95. Okay, and you're going to be amazed by the percent return on investment. Now you take this number and multiply it by 100, and that's your ROI. Okay, so my return on investment is 646%, month in, month out. Now, does that make sense? It should, because that's pretty dang awesome to make 646%. Now, it didn't happen overnight, okay? But and I've made more down the road. Let's just go down. Here's $135. So I had a few more people join back then. I made a little higher commission. There's some other commission things I'm not going to go into, but I just want to point out this is significant. Making $116. This is a funded proposal. It doesn't mean it's not really a primary business. I'm not saying you're going to be able to buy a yacht and retire and sail the world in a year, but you could. There is potential, and actually, I'm very excited to build this up again, because years ago, probably around the year 2009, 2010, I was making $1,000. Okay. My highest check from Traffic Wave. By the way, they've been in business since the year 2000. Okay. Let's make note of that. Traffic Wave. Um, let's see. Traffic Wave has been in business since the year 2000. Okay. So they've been in business 18 years. They're not going away. They pay every month. Trust me. I've gotten a check every month since January 2009. They're not going to suddenly get rid of the United States and Canada. Okay. They are a very established, okay, online service. Okay. And I know the owner very well. We do webinars in the past. We'll do webinars in the future. He'll be very excited that I'm revamping my business and building a large team. And his name is Brian Rooney, by the way, very good friend of mine. And I've been in the top 25 affiliates for months. Okay. For the last 10 years, every month. Okay. So I know what I'm doing. And by the way, if you just want to figure that out, just go to Google and just go Traffic Wave. Let's see. I typed in that. It's not what I wanted. Traffic Wave. Top. We just get this going. Top affiliate. And we'll say for January 2018. Okay. Just do that. You'll see here's a blog on Traffic Wave. And you just click on this. And you'll be taken to their blog. And every month, Brian Rooney highlights the top affiliate earners. And for that month, I was number 16. Not bad. Okay. Now, does this mean that I'm, anything else other than I just know how this works? No, it just means I know how this works. I know about Traffic Wave. I know about this autoresponder. I know how to make it work, and I know how to build a team. And I've done that pretty well. Let's go back and let's go back to January 2016. Okay. Let's see if it goes back. Okay, here's January 2016. Top affiliate earners. And it's loading, of course. Okay, here we are, number 8. Okay. It varies. I'm in the top 25 affiliates every month. It just means I know what I'm doing. It means I built a team. It means I've made last year, okay, in 2017, $2,256.48 on $17.95 a month. That's about $215 every year. I made $2,200. How many of you would cash those checks and consider that a pretty awesome little side income? A funded proposal. By the way, this $2,200 helps me have marketing money to build another real primary business. That's the other part of a funded proposal that I did not put in. Okay. Helps you with upfront income to build your primary business. Okay. That's another important aspect of your funded proposal. Okay. It helps you. So the money I make from Traffic Wave helps me. Let's say maybe I have an auto ship or other things, or maybe I have web pages that I pay for, and maybe I advertise on Google or all those things. This funded proposal, Traffic Wave, gives me $2,000 extra a year without me doing very much of anything, because I worked very hard the first 3 months. back in 2009. I really was lucky. I had great team leaders, Sherry Kirkling, Daniel Butts, Roger Bicknell, a number of the people that you know from USI Tech. They're in my traffic wave business, and we've done very well. And it's a side income that can really help your primary business. This does not need to be your primary business. But let me point out, I'm just going to go to the URLs, and we're going to talk about um, the let's see here. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Let's just go to my main affiliate site. We'll talk about more of the details. It's $17.95. You figured that out. It's 59 cents a day. If you're kind of this the type of person where you're the digital entrepreneur, you need to find some established brick and mortar businesses and speak to them. I'll have videos about this and that. And then you can speak to other digital entrepreneurs, people that want to make an extra online income and do it in a funded proposal way to fund their some upfront money for their primary business. The autoresponder is essential. It really is. You've got to have a list of names and email addresses. You've got to get a way to get information to people. You just can't hope and wish to make a lot of money. You've got to do something that really works. Okay, this really works. And I've done this for years. It's awesome. It's low cost. I mean, I haven't paid for this autoresponder since 2009, January. I think it was January and February and March. I paid for about 3 months. And from there on, I've gotten more people on my team that every month pay for this autoresponder, and I make fairly significant money. And by the way, they have all these great little links, like how restaurants can use an autoresponder. So he gives you very targeted links of information that you can send to these small businesses. Okay, so a restaurant, what would they do? They would want to reward customer loyalty. You could send out an email, talk to a small restaurant near you and say, hey, wouldn't you love to reward customer loyalty? And do this after you've eaten there a couple times. They get to know you. Don't just pop in and blast them, but when you have an established business that you visit, you could just say, this is so awesome, 59 cents a month, I'll help you. And by the way, when you say I'll help you, what you really mean is I have a team of people and Chase Swift that can help me set up the autoresponder for this business, for this restaurant. Okay. So those are some smart ideas, promoting live entertainment, conducting surveys. What new menu items, how would they figure that out? They would email the people that are on their list. So you go into the restaurant and you're paying for the food. They have a little card nearby and it says, subscribe to our restaurant newsletter. And you say, oh, great. And you take their card home and you come back to and you click on their website and you subscribe and you're on the restaurant email. That's how easy this works. And then you would come in, they would send out the email. Okay. There's a rental car. Okay. This could be the restaurant. And if you want to make it fancy and all colorful and all this stuff, we can do all of that. It's not hard. And they can have a newsletter. The restaurant could have a newsletter. And now you have somebody in your downline, per se, that you're going to get $6 every month. Okay. From there on, the compensation plans, you don't get $6 on everybody, but basically I get $1 per person. Okay, we won't go into heavy details of the compensation plan. You can look at there's so many good stuff. Let me just point out here the pricing. The reason why I picked Traffic Wave is because other autoresponders like Aweber, Constant Contact, and iContact, and GetResponse, they're all kind of in the ballpark at first, but then they get terribly expensive. Aweber $49 to $69 when a small business has 2,501 subscribers. Now, a restaurant or a small business, they could have 2,500 subscribers. And then they would have to be paying $49 to $69, okay? Or maybe if they use Constant Contact, which is very popular, now they're paying $75 a month. But with Traffic Wave over on the far right, it's $17.95 no matter what. You will never, I have never paid. You will never pay. No one will ever pay more than $17.95. You can have millions of subscribers. You can have unlimited campaigns, unlimited newsletters. I mean, it's awesome. So here's this great pricing, and here you are offering this business a way to stay in touch. And with my help, my team support, you're going to be very confident. You're going to be able to help them set up newsletters. And then every month they pay for it. Every month you get a commission. Every month it just keeps building and building. And you have this small residual income that grows and grows over time. Okay. You got the backup of a company that's been online, doing this, Brian Rooney, for 18 years. And he's not, look Traffic Wave up. They're not a scam. They're not a, they're not a, they're not here today, gone tomorrow. They've been here for 18 years. I'm one of the top affiliates. Brian Rooney is a friend of mine. I could, get on Facebook right now and chat with him and set up a time to do a webinar on Traffic Wave and invite others. And that's what we can do. We have this potential. This small little silly $17.95 service can actually be really significant. Now, let me just show you. Here's the affiliate plan. So let me just whet your appetite. This explains how you can make some extra income. And as I said, the first 3 people that you, now you don't have to sponsor them all, by the way. It can be a combination of my team and you, but you have 3 people and then 9 and 27. That's $45 residual passive income, upfront income. So now you have some marketing money for your other primary business. And maybe you don't have a primary business yet. You can just put that aside in your business account, $45. Now, down the road, as you tell more people, it gets better. They pay a little bit more. You can get paid down to 5 levels or 5 levels of sales. At that level, you can make $216. Does it work out perfectly like this? That 3 get 9, get 27, they get 81 and 20, all that? No, it doesn't work out perfectly. But I've done this. I've done this in the past, and yes, my first 5 levels were pretty well full. So I was remember one of my best months was $1,000, and it was just incredible, and it is incredible. That can be more of a primary business, and so this can be really, really good. Now, when you get and what you have to do is just sponsor 10 people yourself. Okay, that could be 10 little businesses or 10. It could be a combination of either these established small brick and mortar businesses. Let's say you have 4 businesses, and then you have 6 digital entrepreneurs that want to be part of Traffic Wave. That would give you 10. And you could be, I think right here, you can earn the highest level, and you just have to sponsor, and build your team, which is what I'm doing. And you saw earlier, I had people down to my 8th level. I've had them down to my 10th. People on my last 2 levels have dropped off because I can't stay in touch with them. It's more my fault than anything. But yeah, you can make a considerable amount of income with this little $17.95 service that allows people to use email, not Gmail, because you can't do that. You can't, and I never did show the email that I sent, by the way. Let's show, here it is. This is, remember a while ago I sent this email. Now, this is awesome. You cannot do this in Gmail very easily. Okay. What do I mean by that? You can't compose an email, and so welcome to, I said Bitcoin for profit, blah blah blah. Um, it's not easy to do all of this fancy work on an email and make it look really nice, even in Gmail. Okay, this is a really cool. So you're going to look your business, the business you talk to. It's got this nice blue line around that. Try doing that in Gmail. Where are you going to get a blue line around all of that? It's just not done. Okay. So I can run circles around. I can uh, help you with the business you're going to try to connect with and get them going. Look at this. It has all the information put in the email. You saw that earlier. There's a bunch of codes, and then it just gives you, it puts your information in the bottom automatically. And this is important when I use this email for my whole team. The whole team can plug in this, they don't even have to write it, it's pre written. So, Traffic Wave, I can duplicate letters, and I will have a Traffic Wave for Profit series that you will just import, and it'll have all the information and links to videos and me explaining everything. And so you'll have this wonderful email that I'm going to rewrite, and instead of Bitcoin for profit, it's going to be Traffic Wave for profit. Okay, it's an organization I started years ago. I still have the website, by the way. You can go to Traffic Wave for profit. Okay, it's a membership site, and so you have to have the right password to get in. This is another thing where I give you additional support and training and tools and ways to market for free that are very powerful. These are all the things that I teach my team. Okay, so it's awesome stuff. And so, Traffic Wave for Profit is the name of my organization, and that's what we're going to do. I'm revamping this awesome tool, and I can show you how it works. I can show anyone how it works. I mean, it's so easy. And you don't have, I mean, you can import letters and then be done. And then I'll teach you how to advertise on Facebook, on YouTube, on anything. You can talk to someone. You can put a business card and say, hey, check out the way I earn some income online passively. And, just however you want to do this. The potential is awesome. And then you can build, when you have a list of names, you can build a primary business, something that maybe you're not, maybe you don't have a primary business yet. Okay. But you're gonna have upfront income from Traffic Wave, from this little funded proposal to give you marketing money for your websites, for your other things that for your auto ships, for all the other things that might be. Well, business costs money. You're going to spend some money. Why not have some upfront money coming in from a tool that everybody really needs? This is not a luxury. You've got to basically have a way to communicate via email and introduce your opportunity, introduce your business, have a restaurant, share the value and specials and the menu option, all this stuff. And you are the way that they will hear this information. You are the affiliate that can share this with them. Okay. So I don't know. I've gone for, a little bit over an hour now. Okay. So a lot of information. I'm going to make this more concise. I'm not going to have an hour-long video for the rest of the team down the road. In the next week or two, I'm going to start writing new campaigns, new emails, okay, very much like this, where if you're on my team, okay, for $17.95, 59 cents a day, and then you're going to get some, you're going to talk to, hopefully, an established business because they have the customers. They already have them. They have people walking into their business every day. They put a little business card on the counter and say, hey, we're starting up a newsletter, and we have some valuable tips and information. We thought you might want to subscribe. and the customer's like, "Hey, that's awesome. I would love some extra tips or discounts," and they would sign up, and then that established business is under you forever. And then you teach a couple of, I'll call them the digital entrepreneurs, people that don't have a brick and mortar business. All of my team in USI, you did not have a brick and mortar business. You had an online business. So the digital entrepreneurs, you would want to have Traffic Wave, but you're going to also back it up and have as many small businesses, the brick and mortar businesses. You're just going to go and communicate to them and say, "Hey, you're a small business. Do you stay in touch with your customers? Wouldn't it be great if for 59 cents a day?" I mean, that's just ridiculous. 59 cents a day. Okay. It's so easy for a business to make $18 profit from a list of 300 customers or even 100 customers. If it's an automobile repair and they say, "Hey, if you haven't had a tune up, we'll offer $10 off the next week." And from 300 people, three of them will go, "Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I'm gonna take advantage of this discount that I got in the newsletter from this automobile dealership that that I go to all the time, and I'm gonna save 10% and we'll have just a little checkup or a tune up." And so then the automobile gets three people in this specific period of time that they wrote in the email. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, next week. If you respond to this offer, we'll give you a discount of 10%, whatever. Well, now the automobile business has made, $180 from those three customers. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's $250. Does that cover the cost of the Traffic Wave autoresponder? 17.95? Of course it does. It's so easy for a business to cover that expense. So you're going to have a combination of, small brick and mortar businesses and people like yourself that want to capitalize on a simple tool, an autoresponder, this funded proposal, and then you're going to learn from me while you're making some money building other digital entrepreneurs and other businesses. I mean, if you get 10, you'll be, a combination of businesses and entrepreneurs. 10 of them, you're at the highest level of the compensation plan. I've been there for years. You make $1 per person, everyone down line. It's pretty awesome. Plus the three people on your first level, you always get the $18 from them. Okay. We'll go into the compensation. I already have that in other videos. This was just basically an introduction for me to support you for an automated secondary income stream online. You need an autoresponder. You really do. We were fortunate that USI Tech was so easy, frankly, to get going. But I had a team of 3,000 people, and I didn't stay in touch with them. And now they're leaving, and I can't get a hold of them. So an autoresponder is the foundation, okay, for online and offline. The coffee shop, the flower shop, the veterinarian, the whatever small business, they need communication via email just like you. Okay. They need to communicate with their customers and prospects. And then the crazy thing is one of your, friends or one of the people on the list will go, "Huh, I'm going to send this." They're going to go into let's go back here. Oh, look at this. I just got something from Marriott. Okay. So, let's say I know someone that's going to vacation. I can forward this to them, and I'm building the Marriott's business every time I forward this email. Maybe I know someone that's going to Florida or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, maybe they should go there, blah, blah, blah." I forward this email to them, and now I am building the Marriott Rewards business by forwarding this to someone else. That's going to happen to the business that you have, the restaurant, the hair salon, the veterinarian, whatever. someone's going to forward that email from the veterinarian or the hair salon or whatever, and they're going to get new customers because customers would forward these emails, and all of a sudden this new person is going, oh wow, look at this, cool, cool, cool. And all of a sudden the timing's right, and they buy something. And then the basically what I'm saying is you get viral growth when you have a newsletter, when the business has a newsletter. So you want the business, the brick and mortar business is going to get viral growth. People are going to forward these emails. And in fact, the restaurant could say at the bottom of every email, hey, forward this on to somebody, we'd really appreciate them, and we will give them the same offers and discounts and deals that you get. And you're like, how great is that? So you forward that off, or a prospect sends it off to another prospect. All of a sudden the restaurant is virally getting new business because of their newsletter, and people are just doing their normal sharing of great products and great services and discounts and this and that. All of a sudden the restaurant's growing and growing, and it's like, oh my gosh, we should have gotten this autoresponder years ago. We love it. And are you sure it's only $17.95? Even if I get 10,000 people in my newsletter? You're like, yeah, it never gets more expensive. Okay. So I hope that I've covered some pretty strong ideas for you. This is a good idea. The funded proposal, which is a way to make money when people say no to your primary business. No, I don't want to join USI Tech if they said that. But oh, wait a second. To stay in touch with people and prospects via email that I can't do in Gmail. I can't go to Gmail and add, I can't compose an email and put 630 names and email addresses in the CC or the BCC and try to do that 5 days in a row, and Gmail is going to shut you down because they know you don't have permission to send that many people email. Okay. And besides, you can't construct a nice enough looking email as you can with what you can do inside a Trafficway with my knowledge, my skill, my help. You can have very nicely written emails with colorful components and graphics and images and links. You can't do this in Yahoo or Gmail or Hotmail or AOL, for goodness sakes. I mean, it's really, you can make a restaurant or a brick and mortar business, you can make them look really good. And by the way, one more point, as I get emails from here's Tony Rush, okay? Let me just point out, this guy's a millionaire. Okay, probably makes over $10,000 a month easy. This is an email from him. Where are the graphics? Where are the colorful information things? Where it's not there. It's just an email. So it doesn't have to be super duper fancy schmancy. Tony knows, and he's very good at this. He knows that he can build a huge business by getting a lot of subscribers. He's very good at this. And he sends out the simplest of emails. They're just text, most likely. Every once in a while, as you can see here, he's adding some bold. Okay, a little bit of bold. There's a little more bold. That's about it. And then he's got a couple of little bullet points here and there. Okay, some bullet points. Simple. I don't even have to teach you that. You can type. Most people know how to use a keyboard, and you can send out a message. It doesn't have to be fancy smancy. Now, this is a hyperlink. Okay, so it goes to a business offer that he has. Okay, and then he has his name. Okay, and he always, here's a tip, he always ends with a nice little joke. When my wife told me to stop impersonating a flamingo, I finally had to put my foot down. Little simple stuff like that. I mean, every email I get from him, he has something like that. I look forward to him. It's a very simple thing. By the way, He has a professional autoresponder too. If I ever want to unsubscribe, I just click this and boom, I'm gone. I won't get pestered. Okay, I won't get pestered from Tony anymore. But I like getting pestered from Tony. I read his emails. I use a lot of the same um, style and the same information. And I integrate some of the same stories. Okay, and I just make them personal to me. I learn a lot from Tony Rush. I learn a lot from other marketers all the time, and I get emails. Here's another one from Tony. Okay, where's the colorful picture? Where's the link to the video, or where's the video? It's not there. Okay. Huh. RIP boiling water, you will be missed. Okay, so he's got a fun little thing here. He's making it fun. He has a little quippy little joke at the end of his emails. Okay. So is it fancy smancy? No. Is he making a killing because he has so many people on his list? That's the cool thing. You want to build your list, okay? Building your list is gathering lots of names and email addresses. It will make you a lot of money, whether you are the digital entrepreneur or whether you are the established small brick and mortar business. If you have a lot of people on your list, on your newsletter, and you send that out, a certain percentage will respond. And that's the way it works. We see it in our email box all the time. I go to my promotions tab and I see stuff all the time. Third Day, a wonderful band, and here's their farewell tour. Okay, they're kind of going out of their, they're stopping their band. But this is a newsletter, isn't it? Yes. It has a nice little graphic. It has some bullet points and some links, and that's it. That's a newsletter. So even bands. So if you know an up and coming band for 17.95, it's not out of this. It's not out of sight to get people on your newsletter. And I'm just looking for any other last thing. OtterBox, okay? OtterBox, the little cases for your phones. I love, and they have Peyton Manning videos. I love these. Now, this is very fancy. They got a nice logo, very provocative image, fun looking, all that good stuff. And they have a whole series with Peyton Manning. I love this. And people that have OtterBox too, they love this. There is no question that email marketing is huge, okay? There's no question. You just haven't been fully informed. And that's what I'm doing here. We're going to teach you how to do this. I'm going to teach you how to build real businesses that need your help. And if you don't want to do the small business, you can get a bunch of digital entrepreneurs. But I want them, you need to say, hey, we're going up, we're going to do this for a year. And you can just get a bunch of digital entrepreneurs. They can all join Traffic Wave. They don't have to build a huge list. They can just capitalize on the commissions and have a nice income. But you will find, in my experience is, if you have a couple brick and mortar businesses in your team, then you just know. I mean, the restaurant, they're going to kill it. They're going to build, their clientele. They're going to inform their clientele. The clients are going to get, discounts for this Tuesday night from 6 to 8. We'll throw in a free appetizer for anyone that responds to this email and comes to our restaurant Tuesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. They can make a very specific special offer just to the people on the email list. They don't have to offer it to everyone in the restaurant, only the VIP list. And that's the cool thing. And you can teach them that you can really build up very specialized VIP clients that respond to special offers. And you give them 10% off, but you get business in the middle of the day when normally you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs. And sure, you can post on Facebook, but not everyone is. Then you're broadcasting that to the world. Okay, if you post it on Facebook, that's a whole world. All of a sudden, the whole world shows up at 6 to 8 p.m. and they all want this special deal. And then you're like, ah, that's a little more than I wanted, the restaurant owner says. But he can carefully, methodically send out an email. And by the way, you can send it out instantly. You can go in there and set up an email, send it out within seconds of writing it to your whole list. Okay. Very powerful things. I don't have time to cover everything, but I think if you watch this, you can watch it again and again. You can share it with your spouse. You can share it with a few people and say, hey, what do you think about this funded proposal and a silly little tool that's 59 cents a day? And we can get some real solid businesses in our team to give us that authentic use of the tool. So they're building their list, they're actually using it. And then you have some digital entrepreneurs that are saying, yeah, I want to do this too. And I may not get a business right away, but I'm going to work on it. Okay. But then we get this down to a science, and all of a sudden we're getting small businesses all over the world getting on this newsletter and writing out newsletters and building up their business and getting more faithful business from their customers, and those customers are forwarding emails, and all of a sudden it's going viral, and more customers are coming into the business, and all of a sudden they're like, thank you for teaching me about this. Thank you for helping me write these simple emails and adding some graphics and a link to a video or whatever, and being able to contact customers uh, literally for pennies. And for a business, that's for established business, a real business that has customers, that's great. For you, when you're just starting, you don't need a huge list. You can share this video or videos like it that I will do and say, hey, this is not maybe the primary business, but it's a funded proposal. It's going to give you upfront money for the day and the time when you do have a real primary business, and you need some money for a website. You need some money for some tools or for certain services or for your auto ship or for any number of expenses that you're going to have. Do you really think a primary business, there's no expense? Of course, there's expenses. You need a way to offset that. You can do it with this funded proposal with Traffic Wave for Profit. This is a global opportunity. And if you can watch this video, if you can get an email, you can join Traffic Wave. And we'll continue to help others understand this. I mean, I love doing this. I'm sitting here talking to my laptop computer, and YouTube is recording this. It's so awesome. Okay. So get back to the person that brought you to this. I have a huge team in USI Tech. I want to make sure that you follow the sponsorship line. So maybe your sponsor is joining and you're going to join. We need to do it in the right way. Okay. So respond back to the person that brought you to this video. You can save this video, you can watch it, and you can jump forward. It's a YouTube video. You can rewind it. You can watch a section again. You can show your spouse. You can say, $17.95, and we're going to be serious about this for a year. I know I can get these businesses around home or where we live. It's $17.95 for them. They're going to laugh at how inexpensive and how powerful this is. And this business has been rocking since the year 2000. It's not going away. Email is not going away anytime soon. Okay. It's for many of you, it's just starting. And you can create emails that are very powerful, very graphically cool, or just simple text. It doesn't have to be the coolest thing in the world. But if you want it to be, we can make it look that way. I can run circles around you and make anything happen. The internet is I just love it. And there's so many things you can do, videos and colorful graphics and hyperlinks and just fun stuff. And if that's what you want, then let's make it happen. For many of you, you're like, I just need to send a simple email to 3,000 people. I have a business and they just need to hear some things and I want to stay in touch with them. That's simple. Simple text. You already know how to send an email. It's very simple. So, thanks for hanging out with me. And yeah, let's talk more about this. Get with the person that talked to you or brought you to this video, and let's get you going. If this is something that you are dead serious about, you want to have a business online. You're not going to give up easy. You're going to figure this out, and with my help with my team. I've done this for years. I've been very successful at it. And even $116 doesn't seem significant. But what you realize, it's not just $116, it's 646% return on investment. Okay. Awesome stuff. So don't forget that. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see you in the next video, and I hope you join the team soon. Bye for now.